Joe with OCDetailing, and I have ran back and forth from one side of this shop to the other maybe 40 times today. Alex now just walked over. First time I actually sat down today, a couple minutes, and Alex handed me the camera and said, "Hey Joe, it's Wednesday. Guess what? I'm gonna keep watching porn
while you run around
and record stuff." So what's in the shop Wednesday? Here we go. Then we have this really cool stealth wrapped Model 3 that's got these cool wheels on it. It looks super aggressive. And then we have this thing. This is literally one of my favorite colors out in the sun. It's a satin psychedelic flip from 3M. First off, we have Alex over here. What are you doing, Alex?
Nothing.
He's watching porn. What about you, Jamaica? What are you doing?
Work, as per usual.
What are you doing?
Nothing, walking around making sure I look like I'm doing something.
That's usually what you do when I'm watching you. And then we have a giant black truck in the shop that is doing a bunch of PPF. You can see the door handles off. So over here we have this yellow Honda Civic Type R. This is brought in by a longtime customer of ours. He did a lot of really cool stuff to this car. He made it very unique to him. He did, like, if you've ever seen a Civic Type R, a lot of the parts on it look like they're carbon fiber, but they're fake. It's like this plastic print that looks like carbon fiber, but it's actually not. He didn't like that, so he went through and put real carbon fiber on everything that is normally fake on this car, and then added a bunch more. So the lip down here is all carbon fiber. These cool carbon fiber mirror caps, carbon fiber side seals and rockers. There are a few cars in this shop that we don't mind doing because I know we'll do a better job than what we see other people do, but they're really difficult. One of them being a Mercedes G-Wagon. Anytime they come in, our hearts sink a little bit because they're very difficult cars to wrap. Another car that's very, very difficult to wrap that is, this car always has given us a hard time when we've done the front end of them. They're like the front end and the rockers, kind of standard impact, but nobody's had us wrap a whole one yet. So this whole car, we wrapped every single piece on it. I gotta say, it was probably one of the longest man hours involved I've personally ever witnessed getting PPF'd after the paint was corrected. And if you look at it, you can kind of see why. We actually took all this stuff off, so you can see our PPF lines are really clean. And then there's a ton of pieces on this car, like so. Just the back bumpers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces. This is just for this back here. And then you have the wing that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. So it took a long time to do all this, but everything's wrapped in. It's finally done. It's been coated. The windows got tinted with 3M crystalline. Also, we have a blue Model Y over here we're doing a full paint correction on. This car's gonna get CQuartz Finance Reserve, wheels off. Couple wheels went out for repair, but everything's coming right along on this one. And then we have this really rare Nissan Kick. We actually wrapped this car from the doors forward. It looks pretty cool now. It's all nice and protected. It's black. And we have a Model Y over here. And then we have this really cool satin psychedelic car. Oh, we have this. This is a pretty cool. Oh, did you guys have to redo the tailgate?
Yeah, probably stuffed it a little bit.
Huh?
I'll put this back on.
What happened?
I got scuffed when we were putting the...
Oh, the door handle on.
Yeah.
Ah. As you can see, Chris, this is the look of... I've been working on the same car for 6 days now. See, when you have that look on your face, you're like, man, I can see a light at the end of the tunnel. It's coming along, but then you're like, but there's still so much to do. And you contemplate, do we set the car on fire and file an insurance claim, or do we finish the job? But what do we do in that situation, Chris?
We burn it down.
Chris says we burn it down, but then I come over and be the voice of reason. And I'm like, no, no, no.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, no, 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 we finished the job. Isn't that right, Carlos?
No.
Nah.
Burn it.
Burn it.
Burn it now.
I've been there with paint corrections. These guys have been there with film. And then we've been there with PPF, and these guys have been here with window tint. It's like, just installing films it's not a perfect science. It's always, you know, it's really hard sometimes, and things happen, and it's never perfect. And, you know, it's like the things you just sometimes are super easy, other times can be really difficult. But, you know, we practice a lot, and that's why we end up with the jobs we do and the results we get. And also, we're actually not willing to burn the car down, and we'll keep trying until we get it the way we want it. Thanks for watching. I'm Joe's OC Detailing.